Okay, run and get a blanket and come and sit with me and I'll read a story. This is a little bit of a long story, but it's good. It's called The Silver Button. At 9:59 on Thursday morning, Jody drew a duck. She gave the duck a top hat, a cane, boots, and the softest leather. On the boots, she put silver buttons. 1, 2. Her pen hovered in the air before the final button. Jody's brother Jonathan pushed slowly to his feet. He swayed, he frowned, he tilted forward, and took his first step. He took that step like he was going somewhere. At that same moment, Jody and Jonathan's mom began to play "Merrily Kiss the Quaker's Wife" on her penny whistle. Mom loved the picture of the wild hare on her calendar so much she hadn't changed it in 3 years. Outside, a pigeon nested under the roof. As Jonathan took his first step, a feather floated gently past the window like an autumn leaf. Next door, Alice mailed sticks and stones through the front gate. An early morning jogger puffed on by. Out in the street, Joseph Pascano avoided the cracks in the sidewalk so the sharks wouldn't get him. An ambulance shrieked past Jody's house. On High Street, Bernard had his shoelace tied for the second time that morning, and a man bought some fresh bread from the baker. 1 block away, a soldier said goodbye to his mom. Over in the park, the breeze blew a fine spray over children sailing boats in the fountain. Under the oak, Sophie and her granddad made a house of leaves. Sophie sat in the living room while Granddad swept the bedroom. On the edge of the path, a blackbird found a worm, and an old lady shuffled by, pushing everything she owned in her cart. High over the city, a flight of ducks headed south like an arrow. In Mercy Hospital, a baby was born. Over on City Beach, Belle and Vashti popped seaweed. On the shoreline, Patty dried off while Jock scratched his back in the sand. Sunlight hit the windows of the city, and phones rang in 1,000 offices and pockets. Far out over the bay, a tanker headed all the way to China. Then down came Jonathan on his little pink knees. "Mommy," yelled Jody, "Jonathan's just taken his first step." Jody put the last silver button on her duck's boots. Sunlight from all over the city streamed through the window, and the kitchen clock struck 10. The end.